So I had a really big aha moment last night, and I'm still trying to piece together whether it truly is an aha moment or something that like everyone but me has figured out. So my husband and I are studying the book of Genesis. I made a video. I have been making videos about it for a little bit now. And one comment I made in my last video was that the book of Genesis reminded me of movies. All the plot, the characters, the good versus evil. It's actually a very interesting read because it reminds me of a lot of movies that we see, those action and adventure flicks. And so I wouldn't necessarily call it a prayer, but a lot of times when I lay in bed at night, I'm just kind of like thinking about the day and I'm casually talking to Jesus. And I was just like, it's just so funny that other people comment and are saying the same thing, that the book of Genesis reminds them of a movie. And I suddenly got a really icky gut feeling and I couldn't tell if it was like conviction. I was like, what is it, God? Is there something wrong with us saying that the book of Genesis reminds us of a movie? Kind of sat in silence for a minute and then had the light bulb moment that the book of Genesis is the creation and beginning of all things, the heaven and the earth, the creation of man and woman, the fall, humanity. Genesis doesn't remind us of a movie. Movies are modeled after the book of Genesis. All the movies that have plots of good and evil, superhero-esque characters who are saving the world, visiting new worlds, are able to take it into their own hands for good or to fight against evil. The book of Genesis does not remind us of movies. Like everything else in this world, they are ripping God off, the almighty director of humanity, and they have created movies to model what he set in stone back in Genesis. Don't get me wrong, I love a good flick like anyone else, and I'm actually one of those gals who doesn't love the ooey gooey love stories. I like action and adventure movies, but it was such a moment for me to realize that much of Hollywood and much of just the foundational plots of these movies that we've spent our whole lives watching, from our childhood nostalgic movies all the way through the ones we enjoy now, they're all modeled after what God, the almighty director of the world, instituted at the beginning of time. They're ripping him off.